What is up, guys? Let me get this. And hello. This is me, by the way. So what do you call it? It's nothing crazy. It's got like, simple like eye tracking, and it has like a little bit of movement when I speak. But for the most part, this is very much just a simple visual of me in order to help you guys in seeing such things as, just generally understanding what I am supposed to look like, and a little bit of a visual for when I speak. This is the model. I can do like a little close-up and like show all the little bits. All this stuff, I don't mind explaining it again, but as a basic level, nice little office shirt that I can change into... I might have messed up the button. Give me a second. One moment. Funny technical difficulties. Of course it happens. No, it should be fine. Well, that's a little odd, isn't it? Well, for now, looks like it's just me in my basic outfit, because I can edit it when I go into the thing, but I can't edit it when I come out of it. I'll have to, see how to deal with that, but the general idea remains the same. I am here, gamers. My visual representation is here. I've got a little bit of hair, and it moves side to side over time. I have, eyes that work, kind of. Got a little flamey thing, glowy thing, whatever. Welcome, Empire. Thank you for the grand old lurk. And then, I've got the mask. Which, interesting thing, obviously it's not like I directly say it at all, but in terms of things like lore, etc., just so you are aware, I am the mask. I'm not the flesh suit. In terms of the actual character design of what you're looking at right here, I'm the mask. The flesh suit is exactly as stated, a flesh suit. And Twitch is getting hit with that. We love Twitch out here. But either way, today we're doing some pretty simple stuff. First of all, I stay out of the loop pretty frequently. So I'm wanting to react to the Game Awards here. As you can see, my mouse is now visible. In addition to that, something to show you guys a little bit, I made an animated office for myself by splicing some, it's a little scuffed looking. I basically spliced some images from the game, Destiny, and then proceeded to sandwich my model between them. So, you can't properly, like, layer it to a grand extent, but you can do a little bit of something, which is what I did. And you may be able to hear that there is the, what do you call it? The little Newton balls, they actually make sound. And, I made it so that that is audible. Of course, if that turns out to be completely and totally hated, then, it is what it is. I can hear it too, so don't worry too much. Yeah, alrighty. So, ad break is finished. Thank you for letting me know, Saribot. Alright. I am not really super sure on how to fluff things up, so this is me, and these are the Game Awards. I already logged in. I think, yep, I should be good. Ooh, I need to make sure. Never mind, I'm already good. I did the thing. Cool. I actually put the tweet out before the stream started this time, and then I forgot. Nice job, dude. Yeah, thank you. I'm not the one who, like, did all the drawing. I did set up a bunch of the stuff and spent a long time in scenes. What is up, Spartan? Good morning. Yes. How are both of y'all doing, Michael and Spartan? I'll just, you know, here, let me get a good look at you. Yeah, let me know how you guys doing. I need to figure out how to do a chat overlay, but it's gonna be super scuffed, because it can only be Twitch chat, and it can also, I don't know how I can remove, like, bot messages, because the bots talk a lot. Great, let's go. We love great days. We love great mornings. Those are the best kinds of mornings. Number one great morning I always had was what do you call it? Getting something like a pub sub, like 11 a.m. for lunch, when I used to do tile and stuff. I really liked those pub subs. But yeah, alrighty. I played so much of Call to Arms. Happy to say this morning I am avant-garde. Let's go, Spartan. I can go over to TTV if you prefer. I'm good with either. It's just, so I will say, if you are fine with either one and you don't mind the ads that Twitch hits you with, because I tend to pause during the ads anyway, then Twitch has more things for you, because YouTube doesn't let me implement certain things. So a simple example is like, what do you call it? When, what is it? When you're watching on Twitch, you get the consistent channel points, and those let you interact with more things in the stream over on Twitch. YouTube, I can't implement that. YouTube also does not let me just give people emotes for free. I have to, like, I could gift memberships, but I can't choose who they go to, for example, like that kind of thing. So, if you want more stuff to interact with, then that's totally fine to, you know, hop on over to the Twitch. But yeah, alrighty, so Spartan being avant-garde, absolutely sick. I'm not avant-garde, I'll tell you that much. I've done like half of the triumphs, I think. Let me look. Ish. Yeah, okay. I've done somewhere in the realm of like, oh, that's a dangerous eye position. I've done somewhere in the realm of like 7 or 8 of the triumphs, so there's that. Just here to chat with you, dude. Alrighty. Then you can be wherever you want. It is not a preference to me. I'll tell you one thing. You know, I don't. Ads do not like the kinds of things that I do. I do not like. There is no discernible difference for me in what happens. That's why I just don't run them on the stream. So at least I try not to run them on the YouTube stream. I've heard some people just get them anyway. But yeah. All right. So gamers. Here we are. All right. So, keep in mind, I'm down the chat during all of this. It's literally just going to be me looking at a bunch of games that I may or may not have played, and then I'm going to vote on them and try and figure out, you know, what's the game of the year for me, or whatever the stuff is. Now, my viewpoint on this is going to be very restrictive in the sense that I am an individual who, I'm an opportunistic gamer. I get games when they are on like super sales, so I usually get to them like a year or so late. I also play a lot of free-to-play games. Why? Because I don't have money to buy $10, $60 games a year, all right? That's just not how this operates. Or even like, you know, even more than that, because some people, they be buying a new game every week, all right? And I just don't have the pockets for that. So, my viewpoint is coming at this from a standpoint of I might not know any of the games on this list other than by word of mouth and from seeing gameplay, which would be very funny. But you know, here we are. So let's go to vote now. I think this works. Yep, start voting. All right. Oh, damn, they're just outright hitting us with Game of the Year, huh? All right, so let's look at the Game of the Year, or the possible Game of the Year. So we have Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. This one I've heard a lot about. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. Another one I've heard a lot about. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've heard nothing about this one. Hades 2. I've heard about this. Hollow Knight Silksong. I've heard about this one. And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Another one I've heard about. Alrighty. Now, so my understanding here. Well, this has Kepler in the name for the company, so this makes me immediately like this. But I will say, I'm kind of a well, I guess technically these are both indie games, aren't they? Because I'm just someone who's like, it was kind of mad this year's games, except Expedition 33. Gotcha. I mean, I heard a lot of people liked Silksong. They liked the difficulty and all of that aspect. There being a Donkey Kong game is wild, though. Maybe some heavy nostalgia hitters? I'm not sure. Death Stranding 2, I heard very little about, which to me sounds like a thing to keep in mind, of it being like, you know, because people were really annoyed at the first Death Stranding, and so the fact that there weren't a lot of people complaining about like, oh, walking simulator meme, etc., probably means that it was overall like a better experience, I would imagine. I'm not 100% sure though. I guess you could also use the same thing to be like, oh, you know, I guess there wasn't a lot of discourse about it, so maybe it wasn't well liked. But yeah, DK, I don't understand, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the reason for that is. I'm curious. I don't remember. Do they show you the percentages for this, or did they only show you the winner? Because I would be interested to see how many people even vote for this. That are like the kind of, because you have to think of the type of people who would actually vote on the Game Awards. And most of those people just, I don't think would be super interested in a Donkey Kong thing. I'm just a Kojima fan. Totally understandable. Kojima makes some real solid stuff. I mean, also Norman Reedus, you know what I mean? Like, who's not a fan of Norman Reedus? It's just kind of how it goes. This is a winning formula. I expect to see the next 8 Death Stranding games. But yeah, I think from what I'm seeing here, I didn't watch it fully yet. Gotcha. I'm thinking from right here, I'll probably throw my vote in for Expedition 33, just in the sense of, let's, you know, why not? Let's see how high number goes, because I'm pretty sure it's going to win. Like, this is the one I think it's going to win. Comp Stone the Fritz, have a great day. Ready for the dawning. Let's go. All right. Comp, you mean your computer, right? Or are you actively trying to play Destiny 2 competitive? Because that's a mistake, Spartan. And especially during this current point in time. Alright, so let's throw this in here. Why not? I don't know about a card. But let's go to the next category. Yeah. Best game direction. Okay. So when it comes to game direction, Split Fiction. I've not heard of Split Fiction at all, actually. That's interesting. Obviously, I've heard of Hades, Death Stranding, Clair Obscur, but I've heard of also Ghost of Yotei, which I've heard very good things about Ghost of Yotei, by the way. But I've not heard anything about Split Fiction, which is interesting. What is Split Fiction even about? It's is it like a platformer? It's an action-adventure experience. Okay, that's 80% of games. It's a co-op action adventure game. Okay, cool. Interesting. All right. I'm not sure if that's 100% my vibe. I don't know how it was directed. But I would say from this, if we're talking about direction, from what I have seen, I would say that word would apply best to Death Stranding here. When you're talking about like direction, because I think Expedition 33, I remember the music being a huge thing. The visuals are great. People really liked the gameplay, I think, as well. But when I think of direction, I think of Death Stranding here. Is going to be my... I think that's where I'm going to vote that. Yeah. Best narrative. Sorry, I went and grabbed Pumpkin real quick because for some reason he saw it fit to climb up on top of a bookshelf and then act like an idiot. But yeah, there he is. Oh yeah, I guess that's another Twitch thing. Is it over on the Twitch you can feed Pumpkin treats. But yeah, so there's that. Oh wow, that was quick. I just watched 2 people get banned by Seribot. One of them was before they could even leave a message. Like, they just got insta-nuked. The other one left a message and then was banned within, like, half a second. But that was crazy. Seribot is kind of sick with it. That's interesting to look at. But yeah, alrighty. So, best narrative. This is best storytelling and narrative development in a game. Okay, so we got Expedition 33 yet again, Death Stranding 2 yet again, Ghost of Yute yet again, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 yet again, and Silent Hill F. Now, I will say, I saw some Silent Hill F gameplay. I also saw some a little bit of Ghost of Yute, and I've seen some stuff for 33 and Stranding. Death Stranding. It is very interesting to me that there is such a, it's interesting to me that all 4 of these are repeats. Because normally, at least by my understanding, you see a bit of difference. But it could also be, you know, who knows? It could be any number of reasons. I think, to be honest, I kind of really liked the storytelling for Silent Hill F, in the sense that, at least on like a basic level of like enjoyment factor, I liked learning about the events going on and how the events in I'm just gonna say in the dream to avoid any kind of spoiler talk, but basically dream versus reality is how I'll put it. And I found that very interesting, so I think I'm going to go Silent Hill F here. Especially because I voted for each of these and other ones, and I want Silent Hill F to have some love there. So, looks good to me. Best art direction for visuals. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm thinking, look, Hades looks fantastic. Just straight up. Hades 2 looks really good. The art looks absolutely amazing. For Hades 2. So all of these I think have really good stuff. I think like if a gameplay question shows up, from what I understand, Silksong is like really nice for that. But I think like Hades art is so directly stylized. It's not that it's just high fidelity, right? It's an incredibly stylized game. And the way that it looks while being that stylized is amazing. It's super great. Pretty much every frame of that game that is like any kind of like talking to a character or anything like that, you see it turned into profile pictures and wallpapers all the time. So I think that is like that enough. That alone tells you like what's going on there. So I'm gonna give that one to Hades there. It's very eye-catching. Yes, exactly. Which I think, you know, best art direction should be very eye-catching. Okay, so best score and music. I have not heard the score and music for Silksong at all. Or I think Yote. I think I've heard some of the stuff for Stranding and some of the stuff for 33. And I've heard some music for Hades too. Hades, I think, has good music, but I don't think it's going to be on the level of 33 or Death Stranding 2. And I do think Expedition 33 does take this one. For music, like, the music in Expedition 33 is absolutely crazy to me. It's just super, super good. So I think this is a standpoint where, you know, Expedition 33 is going to absolutely take this one, for sure, for me. So, I don't think it's, like, to be frank, there's not, like, other stuff is good, but it's not competition. Best audio design. Different question. Very good that they made this a different thing, because audio design also matters a lot. Now, here's the thing. My eyes immediately gravitated to Battlefield 6, not because I played it, because I haven't, but just because from gameplay I've seen, and the way that they've designed a lot of the stuff, when you are watching Battlefield gameplay, it looks like playing it, you feel like you're there. Which I think is a really, really strong aspect for a shooter game, for an FPS game. Like, if you're in a first-person shooter game, then, boom, you want to feel like you're there. You want to feel like you are literally right there. And this, I think, helps that a lot. Of course, Silent Hill F, the sound of the creatures, like of the like quote-unquote monsters, Battlefield 6 is bad. The game is bad, or the audio design is bad. Because we're not talking about the game. I'm not voting it Game of the Year. I'm talking about audio design, which is when I see gameplay of it, and there's some kind of like explosion or something off on the side, you like feel it, if you get what I mean. Which is something that me personally, I like a lot in a game. Of course, for audio, okay, gotcha. Oh, I guess that's another YouTube thing. If you're fine with it, I'm fine with it, but I will lag to respond to you significantly more than on Twitch because YouTube doesn't like me. It was too real for you? Oh, too real. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so like, realism, I think, is, you know, when you're in a Battlefield game, like, that's kind of, I understand your thoughts. Yeah, like, to me, realism is, like, a big thing in that. It being too real, I could understand that. Another close one to me is Silent Hill F, because the sounds of the creatures, the sounds of the environment, and the way that the game, like most Silent Hill games, it plays with things like silence or low tones, and that makes you unsettled in a really, really, really nice way, in my opinion. I think if I had to pick, just because I think Battlefield 6 does it really well, but I don't think it's, I'm going to rate it as highly as Silent Hill F, just because the way I know Silent Hill does the sounds and the audio design, to me, takes it up a notch. Because they do some crazy stuff for some of these audios, and the way that they figure out what to play with you with, like they literally are playing with the player, by the way. They are making your brain do loops and all kinds of, you know, funny tricks in your brain. So I think I'm going with F here, as far as the one that I have to pick for the best. That's true. Yeah, I like it. It's crazy. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna be fully real with you. Best performance. I'm pretty sure. So this is I'm pretty sure she's Hinako. Obviously, it would make no sense if it wasn't. I think Erica does the main character for Yote, which I frankly I haven't seen a ton of, and then these two do Expedition 33 characters. The only one whose performance I can speak on is going to be Konatsu Kato. Kato? Kato? I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce it, like, to make sure it sounds completely right. But she's the only one. Hinako's voice actress is the only one I can properly speak on me doing. These three who did Expedition 33, you know, I'm sure they did great. I'm sure Erica did great because she's good at what she does. And I'm sure Troy Baker is, you know, Troy Baker. So I'm sure he did great. But as far as I like, the only one I can really speak on is this one. So this is what I'll go with. All right. Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Okay. So, I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, let's learn about the nominees. I would like to do that. Or wait, no, is that... Cool. Alright, let's look at this real quick. Troy is just Troy? Yeah, Troy is like, you know, Troy is Troy. That is the best way to put it. Thank you for subscribing, gamer. I do have, what's it called? I have, like, the alert sounds disabled while I'm doing anything that's, like, quote-unquote React-based. So I could potentially... It'd probably be a good idea to just have that on anywhere right now, right? Let me see. I can get this. Here, let's at least the sound stuff. Matt Damon? Yes. Here, let me... What is going on here? Okay, so... There we go. I think I've turned it all on. So if any more alerts come through, it'll be fine. I had that ready for like trailers and stuff, but then I used the React for this. So I'm back. All right. Meet the Innovation and Accessibility nominees. I'm going to read this to you guys, or here. Hello? It's not letting me. There's no bar on the bottom. What is this? That's rough. Alright. Well, instead then, I guess I will, I'll be you guys' guide, and I will read this all out. So, or at least I'll skim through and understand. Meet the Innovation and Accessibility nominees. Accessibility means reducing and removing as many unnecessary barriers as possible so that everyone can enjoy video games. Each year, we recognize the innovations in accessibility, games that are pushing the boundaries of accessibility and going above the standard to include disabled players. Below are the 5 nominations, each excelling in their own way. First, Atomfall. Atomfall is Rebellion's most accessible game to date, built with accessibility in mind to make sure as many people as possible could access the core game experience. Options include configurable text contrast and size, one of the only games to scale up to 52 pixels at 1080p. Alright. High contrast mode for gameplay, and optional audio cues for players with low vision, including a highly customizable, audio-based FPS aiming system. By design, the game is colorblind accessible by default, uses a unique and informative audio cues, and welcomes a range of players through playstyle presets and customization. There's a strong focus on motor accessibility with optional automation for movement, traversal, firing, and reloading. Highly configurable melee and aim assist, and detailed remapping allowing up to 4 keys per action, and choice for whether each should be tap V's short hold. Yes, indulge us with your heavenly voice, bruh. I will keep reading. Other considerations include a range of motion sickness mitigation, HUD nav assistance, detailed color customization, configurable subtitles with direction arrows, a setting to choose whether menus should pause gameplay, and more. Informed by live experience expertise from consultants and charities that worked with the team to make Atomfall more accessible. How are you going to top that, by the way? Sorry, dude. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I get plenty of comments. Yeah, I'm aware. People seem to enjoy the voice. I I was more uncomfortable with it when I was much younger, because I used to get the same comments despite, you know, not being an adult yet, and that was weird. That was very uncomfortable. Um, I literally deleted a whole channel. I nuked it. I was like, nope, absolutely not. I deleted the channel. But I made this one, and this one I've made as an adult, so I'm chilling. I'm fine. Thank you for saying it's nice. But yeah, I'm real curious, how are any of these other games going to top Atomfall? Because at least in terms of just what it says it does, that's crazy. That's actually insane. So, all right. Doom, the Dark Ages, that's long, okay. Doom, the Dark Ages is designed to be approachable and accessible, allowing as many as possible to become the Doomslayer and wage a medieval war against Hell. Combat and difficulty is highly configurable with a wide range of modifiers, including game speed, fine-grained increments from 50% to 150%, enemy projectile speed, parry window, and daze duration, combined with assists like shield throw seeking, auto sprint, enhanced targeting, and empowered attacks. Visual accessibility was also a priority for id Software, I think it's ID Software, with gameplay high contrast settings that allow configurable degrees of environment, desaturation, and color overlays. It provides individual hue and opacity options for enemy, hazard, interactable, pickup, attack, shield breakable, enemy leaders, and parryable attack. This works together with settings for parry recolor, text scale, HUD scale, high contrast HUD, pop-up magnification, and configurable reticle to create a more accessible experience for low vision players. There's also audio visualizations showing direction and type of incoming attacks, cinematics intentionally designed for important sounds to originate from on-screen sources, a range of motion sickness toggles, and much more, pushing accessibility of the Doom franchise to new heights. Okay, that one's also crazy. I think, for me, right? So far, I think Atomfall still takes it, just in the sense of the breadth here, and I don't 100% understand. To me, what is said here in like less words is roughly the same amount of things, but there are differences for sure. Like the difficulty scaling is like a big one and like all of that stuff. But in my mind, when I think of what I would think of an intentionally accessible game, so far Atomfall is winning for me in terms of just pure features. I'll have to continue reading though. So we've got Assassin's Creed Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows is an evolution for the franchise. Oh, Twitch is getting hit with ads. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and just talk. Where's Destiny for making the current event easier and easier? Yeah. I mean, I get it, because realistically, right, they were not going to make it easier. And then there were a bunch of problems with the game. Or rather, with the event itself. And I could imagine that they probably felt, not necessarily forced, but they probably felt like it was a very good idea to make it easier. If you want, but just so you know, I'm not saying this in a way to be like, oh, grammar police, but I'm pretty sure it's where. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Just in case you're actually like trying to look for the correct where to use. I'm pretty sure it's that one. I could be wrong though. So, you know, take me with a grain of salt, because if I am wrong, and then I'm gonna look like a huge idiot. So it is what it is. But I understand from their point of view. Yeah, like there were so many like bugs and all of this, and if a bunch of people couldn't get it on the first run of the event because of a bug, that would be like, the studio would be on fire. Already, even more on fire than it is like already beforehand, right? It was already not in a great spot. But yes. Alrighty, so ads are done. The time has come. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows is an evolution for the franchise, with many elements being rebuilt from the ground up. The team embraced this as an opportunity to take accessibility to new levels, with franchise firsts like audio-described cinematics, powerful remapping allowing a choice of hold, press, and double press for each action, and greatly upgraded subtitles with better color modifications, speaker directions, conversation log, and speaker emotion tone tags. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really interesting. Because that would be something that would be useful for me, for example. A speaker emotion tone tags. Because sometimes I just won't get it. I will not pick up what they are putting down. That's why, like, in Oblivion, it's really nice when I can look through all of their emotions beforehand, because I can figure out whether they're supposed to look like that if they're angry with me, or they're neutral. Or they're happy. Because it takes me a second. So that's actually pretty interesting. Screen narration now goes beyond menu items to cover many HUD modules and time-sensitive elements. The HUD is highly configurable, letting players toggle every element individually or through presets and adjust opacity, size, and contrast. Stealth and combat each have 4 separate difficulty settings, and combat can be simplified to a single input instead of multiple buttons or complex combos. Guided and canon modes remove blockers to exploration and narrative too. And there's a range of extra audio cues and an audio glossary to increase independence for players with sight loss, bringing together efforts from many Ubisoft teams around the world, all working to ensure as many people as possible are able to enjoy everything the game has to offer. Okay, so lots of people from different skill points is like a big one. And then, you know, I thought like the like tone tags and like all this stuff, this is pretty cool. I'm still leaning towards Adamfall just for the sheer breadth of it, but it's still really cool that these games are doing this, right? So let's look at FC26. FC26 marked a step forward, not just for the franchise or genre, but breaking new ground for competitive games. FC26's highly customizable gameplay, high contrast modes, configurable color overlay for home, away, goalkeepers, referee clothes, whole body and ball, pitch desaturation slider, player and stadium shadow toggles are available in all game modes, including competitive PvP. The unveiling of the feature was itself innovative, with high contrast functionality being showcased within the first reveal trailer of the game. The game builds upon strong motor accessibility of the series, with control customization including 1 and 2 button modes, analog sprint, an extensive array of assists for shooting, passing, defending, switching, dribbling, and goalkeeping, and more. Switch dribbling and goalkeeping. Yeah, okay, and more. There's also, the way that was written was just kind of weird. There's also menu narration, configurable player indicator, size and fade, configurable subtitles, and real-time chat transcription between text and voice. Achieving a shift like this in a game that has a 1-year release cycle is no small feat, made possible by efforts all across the studio, and informed and inspired by working directly with the disabled players throughout. Okay, that's cool. I would say, like, you know, that they are right. Having that many changes in a game that releases and is made in like a year is really, really good, I'd say. Does it topple Adamfall? From my perspective, not yet. So we'll see. We'll see if you know, South of Midnight is the last hope for any of these games to top Adamfall's accessibility, at least from what I'm reading. Keep in mind, I've not played any of these games, so I could be, you know, I haven't played Doom: The Dark Ages yet. I want to, but I haven't. South of Midnight. South of Midnight built upon Compulsion's previous accessibility experience, taking it further through extensive work with disabled players to identify new possibilities and set ambitious targets. A flagship guiding strand feature provides a line to objectives configurable in length, display time, camera shift to path, and audio beacons with volume and pitch options. Alongside this game, supports Alongside this, the game supports informative haptic and audio cues, menu narration, and menu text and HUD scaling to large sizes, increasing accessibility, particularly for players with low vision. Motor disability is also extensively considered, with options for faster holds, glide hold toggle, and auto target lock on with adjustable sensitivity. There are skip features for all combat, chase sequences, and bosses, which is also supported by fine-grained difficulty settings that go all the way up to invincibility. The game also includes configurable subtitles with direction arrow and captions for sounds, replayable cinematics, a toggle to remove the stop motion effect, and more, all allowing more players to experience the world and narrative that Compulsion crafted in a meaningful and independent way. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go back to categories. I think, honestly, I think I'm going with Atomfall here. Also, my voice is taking a toll. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Alrighty, so that felt very nice. All right, so I do think that was Atomfall, by the way. I think that one, I think we got to go Atomfall there. The features for all of them are really good. That's very commendable that they've all got some great stuff in here. I'm glad that more games are accessible in that way. Games with a social message. Okay. This is another instance where I've not played any of these games. So, pro-social meaning or message, if I had to pick one, I feel like I'd want to go with one of these that seems like an indie game or seems like a smaller project. I don't know if any of you guys have played any of these games. If so, feel free to tell me your thoughts. I don't know to what extent any of these things are. Based on just the thumbnails alone, this one looks like the way it was told is very interesting. I don't know how I would properly say that. Despelote? I'm not sure. Though I guess there's no... yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say it. Like, Despelote doesn't sound right, for sure. Maybe Despelo? Maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, alrighty. I think, yeah, I'll go with this one. Why not? I'll just have to say that. Best ongoing. Wow, guys, no Destiny 2 here? Crazy. Crazy. Wow. Yeah. Not sarcastic at all, guys. Totally should be here. Most games let us from mind. That. Yeah, like, yeah, which I think, you know, I think it's good. In general. I think, you know, I think, how do you put it? I think social games that open you up to be more empathetic about different people are good. That's impossible, dude. For Destiny 2 to be here? Yeah, I know. Like, this is wild. But yeah, I think, you know, for social games, it's tough because it's like, obviously the game should be good, but I think the messages of those games, I like when they increase empathy. That's a big one for me. So, regardless of how they increase empathy or who they increase it towards, I like that. So games here that I've played. I played Fortnite 2 different times and hated it both times. I'll just be real up front. I preferred the side modes versus the actual Battle Royale. Unironically, the second time I played it. There was like a Guitar Hero one that was fun. And there was like a horror map that went terribly, but it was really funny because it was bad. So, like, you know, that was funny. Marvel Rivals, I thought is fun. No Man's Sky, I've played, but I didn't play enough that I'd say I can properly be like, oh, I know for sure this is like super good. Helldivers 2, I played the start of and just didn't like it. I don't know why, I just didn't. I literally, I think I streamed it. No, I get it, but don't target a specific group of people. I mean, it all depends. Like, if someone is of that group, and they want to make something like that, like, then, you know, that's what they want it to appeal for. Obviously there's a lot of, like, you know, political aspects to it and all of this, and, like, you know, a lot of, like, the topic around political correctness, which I just, in general, I don't get into at all. But at least from my perspective, I think it's fine, as long as you know who you're making the game for. And then if the game gets outside of that target audience, of course, it's not going to have the expected reaction. That's just how games work. It's the same thing of, like, when you take, you know, let's take a very simple example. You take Candy Crush and you take it away from someone who is like really casual. They like the puzzle, and they play the game. They're like, all right, this is like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna play 3,000 levels of this. You put it in the hands of someone who plays first-person shooters, and that's their gaming experience. They're gonna be like, what is this that you are showing me? It's clearly not made for them. They like, you know, it is what it is. They're not going to like it. So, of course, that voting was specifically behind potential social messaging. I've never played any of those games, so I can't speak on any of it. I don't know what messages any of them were trying to tell me, because they didn't have a nice little explanation thing like they did for the innovations for accessibility. So, but either way, with best ongoing game, I don't think I can speak much on No Man's Sky. I was not a big fan of Helldivers 2. I acknowledge that the game is really good. It's a really good game. I just personally wasn't a fan of it. So, like, it's not a game for me. I don't even know why. It was like the game feel, and you know what I think is another aspect? It's a third-person shooter. I just really don't like third-person shooters. Like, I don't know what it is. I only played Rising because you could play in first person. The only third-person shooters I kind of am fine with are certain kinds of gacha games that don't feel like an actual shooter. Like, if you play Wuthering Waves, there's characters with guns in it, but it's like, you know, it's not actually a third-person shooter. Their guns don't work like guns. It's just a straight line attack that can hit from a range. That's it. It's not an actual gun, so it doesn't feel bad because I don't have to aim. I hate aiming in third person. It's also why I didn't get into Warframe. Straight up, it's the same thing. Like, I think Warframe looks like a super awesome game, but I just am not, like, I'm not your guy for third-person shooters. 14 gets my vote. So I've played 14. I thought it was really good. I heard some people didn't like the recent expansion, but I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. But of these, 14 is the one that, to me, is the most, like, Marvel Rivals is great and all. It's not been around for that long, though. 14 has been around for, like, what, like a decade at this point? Let me look. Yeah, 14 released in 2013. It has been 12 years, more than 12 years, since this game released. And it is not only still going strong, but it continuously has, like, surges in players. It continuously has an ongoing and lively community. You can play the auction house in this game. Like, it's lively enough that you can actually sit there and you can play the auction house. You can make that your life, where you just sit there and you flip things and craft. You can never go bad with Final Fantasy. Yeah, it's also the Final Fantasy aesthetic as well. Final Fantasy is just great. So I think I can vote for that one without feeling particularly bad about it. Best community support. Okay, well, it's very funny that we're saying this because I was just talking about how great the community is for 14. Though, I'm gonna be real. Helldivers 2 has some crazy community support. Alright? Like, from what I've seen, it's crazy. I don't really see a lot of community stuff for No Man's Sky. Fortnite's community stuff is just that it has, like, one of the biggest streaming sections on Twitch, which I don't know if that's community like support or anything, just like Monster Hunter. Yeah, the Monster Hunter design is also super great. I love it. But keep in mind, though, with Monster Hunter, I started with World. So I played World and Rise. I want to play Wilds when it's eventually optimized better for PC, but it's still not. So I'm not even messing with it right now. Even when it goes on sale, I don't look at it. I've also managed to not get spoiled for anything in Wilds though, which is good. But I've been replaying Worlds recently. Lost Ark World. Yeah. It's just I think it's super fun. I like the tracking and like all of that like cool interactive stuff in it, as well as the people, the players. Okay, so transparency. So let's look quickly at what this category means. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness. Now, I'm sure we all understand why Destiny 2 is not here. Inclusive social media activity and game updates / patches. We could say the social media activity of Destiny 2 is good, but not very transparent and not a lot of community support. So let's see what's up here. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is nice, but I think this is going to go to either 14 or Helldivers 2. I need to get back to it. Gotcha. Yeah, it's some I've heard good things. Now in Final Fantasy 16. Oh? What's in Final Fantasy 16? Or you are now in Final Fantasy 16. And here, so yeah, for best community support, I do feel like in terms of back and forth, I think I'm gonna give this to Helldivers. Because Helldivers has been like, it's a type of game that could have easily died in like 2 months. Right? So, just bought it yesterday? Oh, let's go. Alright, that's sick. I hope you enjoy yourself. I don't know anything about that one either. I'm keeping as spoiler-free as possible. So here, let me look at the player count for Helldivers 2, the Steam charts. Yeah, so this is a game that could have easily died in 2 months. Or, you know, even 6 months. Whatever, right? It still has 21-hour, like, a 21,000 24-hour peak, and in the past month, its peak was 47,000, which is quite a lot of people for a game like this that's like almost exclusively like PvE focused. And just 6 months ago, yeah, it continuously has surges. So it's like, I think the consistent updates, as well as just general community interaction, have really just made Helldivers like on top of this for me. So let's look at the next category. Best independent game. Asia's community of Final Fantasy is sick, dude, plus that of the rest. Oh? The community like in the Asian servers? Or do you just mean like in Asia, period? Because that's an interesting thing. Overall, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, like, because at least for me, right? When I got into 14, because I'm not a huge, like, which is really weird to say this. I've played a lot of, like, MMOs and stuff, but I'm not, like, a huge, community gamer, if that makes sense. I kind of just do things, and I kind of just vibe, or like I'll do like pubs or whatever, like public lobbies. And 14 at least like was really really cool. I liked the way people interacted. Like there's like a big mix of like serious gamers, casual gamers, people just hanging out and like messing around, and like role players, like all kinds of different people. It was cool. I also played on one of the new servers though, at the time. It was like a new data center or something I was playing on. So I don't know if that's a factor as well. And I don't believe it was an Asian data center. Like, I don't believe it was focused in Asia. It was like Dynamis or something. I don't remember. Because I'm not actively like playing right now. So let's look at the best independent game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game mode outside of the traditional game made outside of the traditional publisher system. Okay. Okay. So best independent game. So we have, so for me, I have not heard anything about the 3 games on the left. I'll just be like upfront there. I've heard nothing about these 3 games. I've heard great things about all 3 of these games. Now, there's of course questions in terms of, yeah, so it's like, I would say, if by my understanding, it's probably 33. But I'm gonna sit here and glaze all 3 of these games anyway. All right. So let's go into this. First of all, Silksong. This game was not only so hyped, but lived up to the hype to such an extent that it caused several AAA developers to change their release schedules so they didn't compete with it. I want you to think about that for a second. A $20 game released with like a week notice. People got told like a week before it came out, hey, by the way, we're dropping this as it's a whole game. And a bunch of AAA developers were like, nope, not competing with that one. That's not happening. Let's delay by like a few weeks. Let's give them time to play. Like, that's crazy. It's actually insane. That is really cool, in my personal opinion. Hades 2. I didn't personally like see a ton for it, but I've said it before. Art, amazing. Music, always great. The general gameplay flow of a Hades game, very, very good. All right, plenty of great things. Expedition 33 is just a standout amongst all of the games this year, very clearly. I would say that, like, you know, the fact that it does so many different things so well is another thing. It's not like this game is only like has one thing going for it that's just so amazing it blows everything else out of the water. It just does everything in the game extremely well, to the extent that, like, I'm gonna be real with you, I'll see people being like, oh, Expedition 33, it's not that good, but I've never heard anyone complain about a thing in Expedition 33 outside of just saying they don't like whatever genre the game is. That's the only complaint I've ever heard about Expedition 33 since it came out. Is maybe someone is like, oh, I just don't like this genre. And it's like, okay, that's totally fine. But the actual things in the game, I've heard 0 complaints, not even on the basis of opinion. So, like, you know, it's out here. Like, and they did it all on their own. Exactly, yeah. Which, yeah, like, it's, I will say, there's, of course, there's going to be a, what would you call it? Of course, there's going to be disagreements about things like, you know, the size of the studio, or like the number, you know, the amount of money spent on the game for what people think of as an independent or like an indie game, right? If that is the case, then, like, you know, totally fair. I get it, but it's still considered an independent game, and it's still considered an indie game and studio, right? So, like, here's the same thing where it's like it's a debut game. Now, I will say, I also think Dispatch is really, really good. just in terms of the packaged experience of Dispatch, and the way it released created a refined experience for the player base and the internet as a whole. Because obviously Dispatch is Ad Hoc Studio. It's a, you know, it's made by my understanding, it's made by the people who were good at what they did at Telltale. And it's a studio that's like put together from those people, right? And then they made Dispatch, they spent time on it, and they curated an experience. They curated this experience as releasing a couple of quote-unquote episodes, which are like chapters of the game, every week for like 4 weeks. It's like 8 total episodes, right? And and by doing this, they created an experience where the internet collectively would get together, they would play the thing, and then they would talk about it, similar to series-style television, right? And this created a curated experience where people got to all react to the same thing. You'd have a little bit of time to catch up. So once you heard about the hype, it wasn't just, oh, I heard about the hype and I got spoiled on this thing happening. You had a straight month where you could not possibly be spoiled on the ending, as an example. And I think that that is a really, really good thing. And I think that does something to people. Exactly, it does. It's a psychological thing, and I don't think it's a bad thing, like, oh, it's psychological manipulation or anything like that. It's just a curated experience that makes it way more of a like complete package to interact with everyone. You can play, like, let's say I'm not in school right now, like not in like physical, like high school or something, you know what I mean? But let's say, like, you know, you're playing Dispatch, and then you and your buddies get into school, and the new episode's just dropped. You could 100%, that's something you could just sit there and talk to them about, or your coworkers or anything like that. I work in a relatively isolated environment and all that stuff, so, you know, I don't really have that experience, but for most people, that's a thing. You get on your Twitter, you see your timeline, and it's updated with all this new stuff, and you're like, oh, I gotta play that new Dispatch chapter. All of this, I think it matters a lot. And I will say, it's not that I necessarily think it's outright better than Expedition 33, but I want to also show Dispatch that love, because I think it's a really, really good game. I think it's a really good game. I don't know if it's in any other categories, but I would like to vote for it in at least one category. So I'm going to, I think, vote for it here, because I already voted that Expedition 33 is the best indie game, like independent game, period. Right? In my opinion. They should do that with end bosses in games that you have to wait for a week, if you've killed it or not. Oh, like that you should have to wait for a week to spoil it? Is that what you mean? Or, what do you mean by that? Because that might be a little bit difficult. Especially because streams exist. Or do you mean like opening them up, like releasing the game in bits? And Twitch guy with an ad, Lamau. Oh yeah, I don't know if you've been able to hear it. I've got Taken King music on. I used it in a recent lore video I made, where I covered like the lore of like who 6 is, basically. But I have that. Just that you have to like wait for an ending. Gotcha. I think waiting for an ending, I think it's one of those things where I don't know if it would work for all games, but I think I enjoy it when a game makes a curated experience around it. Like, for all the shit that World of Warcraft gets, I'll tell you one thing that people do like about it. They like the build-up, and they like the time it takes for the world first teams to get through a raid. They love that. In Destiny 2 as well. They love the build-up for a raid, and they love the time it takes to get to the final boss and be like, all right, what is this raid? Like in these community-based games where your goal is you want your community to all rally together and like try to do something, or if you want them all to be chatting and talking and all of this, it's so nice to give them that kind of like, what would you call it? To give them that kind of experience where they can all collectively wait for an ending to thing. It would creep up on you. What, the Taken King music or the ending? It creeps up on you. Oh, okay. Once again, are you talking about the Taken King music or the endings? Because the ending's creeping up on me. That sounds like an experience. I'll tell you one thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm just chilling, minding my business. Oh, all right, there it is. Boom, game over. Like the feeling to wait. Yeah, for sure. I think it builds anticipation. That's like one of the strongest things with it, is it builds anticipation. And then when you, obviously when you reach the climax of your anticipation, when it's the time, then you feel like really hyped about it. And assuming the ending is good, assuming the boss fight is good, assuming the raid is good, etc., it's huge. It's so much hype. It's so great. You're like, oh guys, we gotta get on. We gotta do this now. And it's like, yeah, it's great. But yes, so I think I'm going to go Dispatch here. I really liked the style of how they did it. I really liked all the discourse around the game. It was super cool. So I'll give that one my vote for that section. Best mobile game. I've only played 2 of these, and I've heard about one of the others. I know nothing about Persona 5: The Phantom X. I know nothing about Sonic Rumble. I know Uma Musume, Pretty Derby, was really well liked. Like, people just thought it was cute, so they liked it. I like Wuthering Waves, and I like Destiny Rising, but I've only played them both on PC. When it comes to mobile gaming, I am not your guy. I'll just put it out there right now. I'm not your guy. So, when it comes to these games that are related to being on, you know, well, what do you call it? When it comes to these games that are, you know, the whole thing is like, oh, how's the mobile experience? Well, I don't know. I don't know how the mobile experience is for any of these. I will say, when I played Destiny Rising on mobile, it felt like my phone was going to explode. Like, it heated up so much. But, you know, that's kind of just how it goes, I guess, for a lot of those high fidelity is the word. Or I guess, you know, very demanding mobile games. Wuthering Waves would probably be a bit less demanding because it's not so MMO focused. So I might give my vote to Wuthering Waves here. Also, I'm going to be honest, Destiny Rising I think is doing good, except it needs just more content in it. Like, they need to release more. You have most of these games that release like 1 to 2 characters every few weeks. Just like that, just snap, 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 and they keep going, right? And I think that, you know, the discourse around it is benefited from that. They'll also have continuous full-on story drops in a lot of these gacha games. And I think Rising needs more of that. And if it doesn't get more of that, then it's going to bleed players. And that's my thought process on that. Can't wait for Renegades. Yeah. Look, Renegades, I'm I'm loving Renegades. It's gonna be funny though. Like, I think Renegades, seeing the community's response to Renegades, whether it's good or not, is that if you put an emoji in, it did not process that. It didn't account for it. It didn't bring it into the chat. But yeah, I would say I think I'm voting Wuthering Waves here. I think I have to. I also heard the recent story stuff was huge. Even though I haven't played. I really hope, dude. Look, even if Renegades is good, the community's reaction is gonna be so funny. They're gonna be like, oh, finally a good game. And like, oh, finally a decent DLC. Like, oh, it's okay, I guess. And it's just gonna be really funny, even if it's good. Sad face emoji, gotcha. Okay. And yeah, like, I don't know. I'm of the opinion that it's like, I'm cautiously optimistic. Where it's like, I want this to be good, obviously. I want to have fun. Oh, you know what? get ready for Styx rants a little bit here, all right? So I'm playing, and I'm just having like a good time. Like, I'm posting videos, right? You know, pretty consistently posting videos. And I had a video posted on like a PvP tip, right? A PvP tip. I want you to think about that for a second. I posted a tip for PvP. Now, first of all, really popular video, right? Compared to most of my stuff. And then one of the comments is like, this would have been useful when people still played Destiny 2. It's like, okay, like, unnecessary comment. I don't know who you're talking to, clearly. So I respond, wow, I must be seeing things then, with those 30-second queue times for a 12-person PvP activity. Yeah, PvP tips, yes. And then someone else comes to this guy's defense and is like, you can tell how tight Bungie has a hold on someone by their response to the objectively correct assertion that D2 is dying. First of all, no one said D2 was dying. That's just not a thing that was stated there. They just said when people still play Destiny 2, which people do. So I don't understand what the misunderstanding is here. And then they said this one is the desperate cries of a content creator who made thousands off of this game. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't make thousands off of this game. I'm not big like that. I don't do those numbers, all right? And the numbers that I do are mostly not advertised. So I don't do money like that. I don't have those kinds of pockets. This is a nice hobby for me. So I don't know what you want from me. Like really, like I really don't know. And yeah, and they're like, they can't cope with the fact that their income is slowly dying and made irrelevant. And it's like, bro, I was posting Rising content like 2 weeks ago and getting more views. If I was doing it for content and for money, I would have just kept doing that. But I play the games that I make videos for the games that I'm actually playing. I've made videos for Stardew Valley. I've made videos for Dead by Daylight. I've made videos for Minecraft, even, like a long time ago. I made videos for Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the remaster. I think you don't need to prove yourself, bro. Well, yeah, but I don't need to prove myself to those people. But it's just those comments are very funny. I responded, I don't remember. I don't remember exactly how I responded. In fact, here, let me, because now I'm curious how I responded to that. Because I remember responding to it in the morning. Because I was just generally like, what do you call it? I was really confused, is what it was. Yeah, I basically, I told him what I just said, where it's like, I don't make that kind of money. And then I called the person a parrot. I was like, I made a sarcastic comment to the 1,000th person repeating the same thing like a parrot. How much of a hold does Destiny have on y'all that despite hating it, you still show up and comment on these videos? Because I'll be honest, anytime someone is sitting here like, how obsessed are you with Destiny 2 that you're still making content? You can easily just turn that around. How obsessed are you that you're still commenting on this video even though you hate it? So it's like, yeah. But yes, I'm here for the fun and the vibes for the game, right? I'm here to play with all the people who play it because I have fun with the people, even if the game isn't in the best state, right? So I'll continue doing so. But yes, either way, Destiny 2 wasn't even in the category, and I still managed to get somewhere with it. But yes, there's Withering Waves. Now the best VR. So best virtual reality or alternate reality. I'll be honest, I've not played any of these games. I don't play VR. VR makes me have extreme problems with like vision and nausea. I wear pretty thick glasses, and I have wide frames because my head is big. So when I am playing a game in VR, usually I can't wear my glasses, even with the glasses thing. Like, you know how they'll put a thing on a VR where it's like, because I've used other people's VR. I've never owned one, but you know how they have the thing that you can put on it where it's like it separates a little bit more from your face so you can have your glasses on? That doesn't work. It's not how far out, it's how wide my glasses are. So I literally cannot play a VR game with my glasses on, and because of that, I get very disoriented and I can't fucking see. So I just can't enjoy myself very well in a VR game, unfortunately. Unless like contacts also, I've not tried them before, but they're expensive, and contacts in general are just something that like bothers me, in the sense that I don't like things being in my eyes, and the idea of having to intentionally shove something directly onto my pupil is like, oh, please no, bro. I'm so good. I'll just not play VR. It's fine. Like, I'm good. I'm not gonna buy this so that I can play this specific, you know, I'm not gonna buy contacts and put them in my eyes in order to play Beat Saber. All right, it's just not gonna happen. VRs are also expensive as hell and constantly updating. So maybe if it becomes more affordable and more generally accessible, I will get into it. But until then, I'm good. I'll be fine. So as far as this goes, I thought Alien Isolation was a cool game. I didn't play it in VR. I don't know anything about Rogue Incursion though. Interestingly enough, I've heard nothing about any of these games. I'm just gonna pick based on the picture, which I think Midnight Walk is cool. I'll go with this one. The Midnight Walk, let's go. Alright, best action game. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going with Doom. If you're asking me to pick a game based on the combat, and you're putting a Doom game on the screen, it's gonna win. For me. It's gonna win. That's just how it is. It's not like, you know, it's just Doom equals victory in the action game section for me. I love how a Doom game feels. The violent impact, the glory kills. It just feels great. You feel amazing, all right? I don't need to play this game to know it's a Doom game. All right? It could have the worst, you know, it could have the worst narrative known to man. It could look terrible. I mean, look, you have like, you know, you have some of the older Doom games and they're stylized, they look good, but they don't look like super high fidelity whatever because they're made of pixels. But you still feel the impact. You feel that. You feel it when you're, you know, crushing skulls. So, that's a win. I don't even need to consider any other options. Best action adventure game. Does Death Stranding 2 have proper combat, or is it the same combat as Death Stranding 1? Out of curiosity. Like, the quote-unquote combat, where it's like kind of more like puzzle solving. Because I don't remember there being much combat in Death Stranding. It's Doom, and yes it is. Yeah, I don't really remember Death Stranding being much of a action adventure game. Maybe like an adventure game. No, way better. Oh, it's way better combat. That one could be a win. Let's see. So it's Silk Song. I'm between these two, frankly. Actual combating. Ooh, okay. What? So Norman Reedus has a child and suddenly is like, all right, time to fight. Great idea, bro. Yeah, I don't know anything about these two games. I didn't really know. I've heard things about Yotei, but not enough to understand the combat. I heard both that Silk Song has better, just generally better, like, it's all around an improvement on the original Hollow Knight, from what I understand. They do a lot of the things better, which is good. It seems like Stranding, better combat than 1, in which case it's going to be very action-adventure-y, because it was already very adventure-y. So, I think I'll give this one to Stranding, because I consider Hollow Knight in general like very platformy. And so I want to potentially give it something more specific, and I think this category fits Stranding best. Norman Baby combos, yes. Best RPG. Okay. Here's the deal. Never played this one. Never played Avowed. Never played Kingdom Come Deliverance. Let's be fully real. The only one of these I've technically played is, I think I played the beta for Wilds. That was it. Like, I played the demo for Wilds. That was it. So, and I know some things about 33. Right. So I can't really speak on Outer Worlds, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, or Avowed. Wilds, I don't have a good association with. So I think 33 just takes this one. I accidentally clicked it. Change my vote. Thank you. So I think I'm going with 33 here, frankly. I don't know to what extent it's an actual, like, game that you know, RPG, roleplay. But I don't have a good association with Monster Hunter Wilds, only because the optimization on PC was terrible, and I don't really play, like, I don't have an updated console. I just have a PC that is just good and has been good for years. So it's like, well, I guess now it's probably not considered good, but it was good when I got it. And now it's like better than most consoles still, right? Just in general. So, yeah. And then obviously it doubles as like a work computer. So that's always good. Yeah, I think it's just, there it is, boom. I think I'm going 33 here. So, there we go, alrighty. Best fighting game, ooh, okay. So we got Virtua Fighter 5. Still 33 for me? Yeah, it was 33 for me too. Okay. Maybe it's just me. I'm not big on these, like, collection games being here, if that makes sense. I would want this to be, like, actual new fighting games. Because these are just collections of already existing games, no? Is that, like, is this anything other than that? Is there an actual new game in either of these? Genuinely? Because if not, then by my understanding, there's only 3 possible winners anyway. Because I'm not voting for what is the equivalent of a highlight compilation for already existing games being released as a new game. I don't know if any of y'all watch the Sidemen, but that's the equivalent of tuning up to a Sidemen Sunday, and it's a compilation of previous Sidemen Sundays. I'm going to old school Capcom, not really new. Yeah, it's like, if I like to give my support to, like, you know, a new release. So if it was like, oh, they rehashed all of these and they remade them and stuff, just in a new skin. Like, yeah, if they, like, remade them from the ground up in like, the classic style or something, then there's that. But if they're just doing, like, a visual remaster where the game is not any mechanically different, or, like, there's no, like, updates and stuff like that, then I don't think I'm gonna vote for it personally. Even though, I'll be real, I don't know anything about any of these games. Like, I know nothing about them. Yeah, I mean, the one that looks the most, like, the coolest, is, like, I like the style of Fatal Fury, the visual here. I think this, like, comic book, like, impact style visual is cool for the cover. So I could go with this one, just why not? Oh, what's the sound? Oh, thank you for the subscription. Yes, welcome to the YouTube channel, gamer. There we are. Alrighty, so I think I'm gonna go with Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Okay. Look, guys. Guys, we know what this means. I'll be real with you. This one's been on like 13 different categories, and I've never heard of it and know nothing about it other than it being a co-op game. This is, you know, Sonic Mario Kart. I've not heard of any of the Lego games. And Donkey Kong Bonanza. Donkey Kong is pretty cool, but I've not heard anything about this. But I can tell you one thing. I know Mario Kart, alright? I will crush some Mario Kart, alright? I don't know a ton of like the fancy like, you know, shortcuts and stuff. But I could do it. I can win these, alright? And I think it's a great family game because not only can you have fun with your family, but you can learn to hate them too. You can get so angry at anyone around, with friends or family, alright? I'm going with Mario Kart World on that one. You can't miss with a Mario Kart game. Ooh, okay, best sim/strategy game. Okay. So, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Ivalice Chronicles, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7. I almost said Civilization 6. Yeah, so Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, The Altars, and 2 Point Museum. It's the best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Alright. I miss Smash Brothers. Super Smash, like, Smash is very good. I think it's good. It's not as open to everyone because obviously only 4 people can play at a time unless there's versions that you can play more than 4. And obviously, you know, you run into the same issues you do with any other competitive game where, you know, like huge skill differentials. In Mario Kart, at least, there's that element where anyone could get a blue shell or something. I played Jurassic and Altars. Gotcha. I haven't played any of them, actually. I've heard about Ivalice, and I liked what I heard. But I'm not 100% sure as well. Is this like when it's the Ivalice Chronicles? Is this a remaster? Is this a remake? I'm pretty sure this game already exists. Or is it just released on PC now? Or is it it could also be a whole new thing as well. Because I know the original Final Fantasy Tactics is like 20, 30 years old. Trying to look into this a little bit out of curiosity. Oh, don't know. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I'll vote for it. Like, it looks like it's a new game, just based on the original Tactics. So I think I could, you know, do something here in the sense of, you know, why not? Let's chuck a vote its way. It looks like it's a new game, but it's just based on like original Tactics, or, you know, at least it seems like it. That's all the marketing indicates that, and all of the like discourse I saw. Okay, best sports/racing game. No remake. No as in it's not a remake, or no as in, well, it'd be like that. Just a newer version. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So I think it's fine because I looked at it and I thought it was really cool art and stuff. Okay, best sports/racing game. I don't play FC. I don't play F1. I've not heard of this, And I think we know what wins. I'm a Mario Kart enjoyer. Just gonna be fully real with you. I am a Mario Kart enjoyer. Even, I'm not, I'll be real with you. I'm not good at Mario Kart. I just like the game. That's the best part. I'm not even good at it. I will crush through determination alone. Best multiplayer game. Okay. Someone might hate me, but I've not played Arc Riders. So, I've not even touched it. So I think here, I've not played Night Ride yet either. I think I'm just going with Peak here. I have played Peak. It's fun. I have some gameplay on it. Dude, Mario Kart? Yes. OG. It is the OG. But yes, so here we are. There's Peak. I should probably get... I've been here for like an hour and a half. I should be schmoving a little bit. Best adaptation. I'll take Last of Us Season 2. Well, I've not... Oh, that's rough. I've not seen this. Yeah, I mean, like, by my understanding, this was pretty good. The Minecraft movie is a funny-ish movie, but it's not like a crazy adaptation or anything. Just, I don't know. I don't know enough about this. I didn't watch any of those. Like, most anticipated game for me. I'm gonna be real. Here's the deal, right? This is great, great, but Witcher 4, my girl Siri. Absolutely, Witcher 4 for me. CD Projekt Red is also on a roll, so it's like I have all the faith in them. Content Creator of the Year, my boy, Moist Critical, a fellow Florida man, and a well-known cryptid. He is the standing Charlie. All right, best esports game. No idea, honestly. CS2 had, you know what? CS2 had that funny thing earlier with the what's it called? With the way they changed how cases worked. So I'll go with this. And Peak was awesome. You see, when you say something like Peak was awesome and I'm seeing it 3 tabs later, that's when I'm starting to wonder, how much is the YouTube lacking and why do they do this to me? Cause YouTube is all kinds of haywire. I don't know if it's the quality or what, but yeah. Yep. Best esports athlete. Okay. Excuse me. Why is Faker not here? Well, I don't know anyone else, so I'm just gonna go with another League gamer. Why not? I know nothing. Yeah, I don't know nearly enough about any of this. I'm gonna go based on the picture. Honestly, this is cinematic as well. Like, that's great. There's more? Oh, it's just reducing it. Okay, that's fine. All right. Then, gamers, we're speed running the streamer awards. How many options are this? Or should I do this another day? I should do this another day. I'm doing this another day. I want to play video games. Give me video games. I'm playing Destiny 2. I want to play something, please. We can do more later. All right. Wait for the game to open. Yes, if you wanted my thoughts on all this stuff, fuel categories. So 33 for Game of the Year, Stranding, Silent Hill F, Hades 2, 33, Silent Hill F, Hinako's Actress, Atomfall. I don't remember. It's like Despote or something like that. 14, Helldivers 2, 33, Dispatch, Wuba. I don't remember because I didn't know any of the games, so I just picked one that looked the coolest. Doom, Stranding, 33. Same deal as the fighting, as the stuff. Mario Kart, Tactics, Mario Kart, Peak, Last of Us Season 2, Siri, you know, good old Witcher 4, Moisty Boy, CS:GO, and then you know, 2 people I don't know. All right, cool. So, hope you guys are ready for some gaming. Slowly loading on up. So, when it comes to the things I want to do, there's a few different things here, right? Some things are more obvious, some things are not. I've got my tier 6 immersion. Unfortunately, the roll on is bad, so assuming it doesn't get... I'm going to delete this for now because I can just craft it again later. This one's got Eager Edge and Relentless. Let me see what's up here. Okay, so let me see what's up here. So if I rock, where is it? I need to make sure I actually have this saved, by the way. I think I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. So if I rock this. I think I can get rid of this for now. That works. Alright. Yep, go for it. Yeah, we're gaming. Okay, so here's my wizard. My warlock. Let's see what's up here. Oh yeah, it's a new week, ain't it? I play a little bit on Tuesday, but sometimes I forget. My warlock does not have a ton of bounties saved. How does the black letter... Okay, that looks just bad. Alright, fair. Cool. Okay. Not too worried about nothing. Wait. I saw a brighting rim. Did I claim that yet or no? Oh no, I'm just seeing things. Cool. Alright. That's fine. That's totally fine. Yep, I'm just going crazy, going insane. Let's see what the numbers are for this. I'm not at the point at the moment. I don't think I'm anywhere crazy. What the? Huh? How am I already? What? I could go for the emblem then. No? Oh, I could eat. Xbox gamer, by the way. Gotcha. Hey, dude, I'm off for now. It was nice hanging out here for a while. If you ever in need for a human shield in Destiny 2, add Now Let's Game and you will have one. What's your Bungie? Is it Now Let's Game? Usually there's a tag at the end. Because I don't mind adding you. I add people all the time, and I don't mind playing with the crossplay stuff. Just be aware you'll be pulled into PC lobbies with me. If I do that. So, but I'm always down for it. I don't mind if it's like, as long as you aren't trying to throw, I do not mind how you perform. It's not something, I do it to play with people and hang out. I'm not too fussed with winning or losing. So, whatever you want to do with that, Michael. Alrighty, so I believe you still get extra score for having more new stuff. So I'm gonna put something new on, and then I'm gonna go in. It ends in 5 days. Let's hit it with that zone control. And then I'll have the audio on too. I will add it just a second. Alrighty. If you want as well, I am, if it's easier, you can add me too. I'll chuck that in there. I'm just a casual gamer, dude. Yeah, totally fine. I'm someone who, like, the way I game is just kind of generally dependent on what game I'm playing, right? And whether I'm solo or not is another one. Like, I'm probably gonna go really hard on trying to get a top 1% for salt mines, for example, if I hit my top 1% in PvP. And it's not because I'm like super competitive, but I like, I don't know, I like pushing for things. Like, I like trying to, like, you know, do things faster, etc. And so that's something that works well for me. Something I enjoy doing. Oh, yeah. That's kind of bad for me, but it's fine. Take some more up. Nothing matters more than captures, by the way. I'd rather get captures than anything else. Okay, alright, you follow me. That's how I use that slide, by the way, a lot of the time. I keep saying by the way, but you get what I mean. I use the slide mostly for maneuverability. Now it's game 21-31. Alrighty, I'll give it a mind. Another one right in here. There we go. Wow, crazy. I want to let them take that. 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 No? Okay. John Halo. That's great. Ooh. This game's gonna be pretty poor for score, but it should be fine. I'm just trying to get 550, maybe get the helmet, maybe. The helmet's actually pretty easy to get if you get a decent solo score. That's the main thing. You don't need to be amazing at PvP and get like something crazy in PvP like I do. If you can get just a really good solo score, you should be fine. Just don't go all the way to 550. Stop a little bit before, because there's a bug that makes it so you actually have more points if you're a little under 550. So, well, I can't say just do that, but like more like, you know, push for the high score before you hit 550. Because there is a slight like bug with it. Foolish. No, peek again. I got murdered. Moided. I'm doing quite poorly, but it's fine. I think the reason I'm doing very poorly, though, if I'm being real, it's 100% like I'm just not taking points when I should be. So like here, I'm gonna take this now. Oh, great. I got him. It's fine. I know. Okay, cool. Ooh, jeez. I got ever burning blitzed. Excuse me. Man, just got a sword. Just hanging on the ammo. I'm staying the 540s. Now I'm 511. Okay, cool. Fallen. I'm at 503 or something right now. I've not done a ton of grinding. Okay, I'm gonna actually just go outside. I'm gonna go for their A point. Dang. I don't want to get hit by that. And because of that, I didn't get that cap. I wanted to try and make an opener, but that did not go as planned. The auto rifles make it very they're good at like discouraging that kind of thing. Okay, well, that's a little rough. Whoa, yo, that was poor Twilight Arsenal. They might have like had a crazy kill streak too, but their friend kind of just wiped everyone out. Something real quick, thank you. What? Okay. So I froze him and he like, what, panic super? Alright, cool. I'll add you. Special. Okay, bro. Worm God Caress? Wild. Did they just get Legend of Acarist? I'm not gonna get there in time, that's rough. Okay. Let's take a different route then, yeah? Never mind! Alright. Alright, let's, I don't know, also, how much does the seasonal stuff matter for score? Yeah, I guess damage wouldn't matter, I have no idea. Okay, it's gonna be a lot easier to take A. There's less people on that. Never mind, there's more people on it now. Okay. That guy's got a solid trigger finger. I 100% got domed there, by the way. Like, shot it straight in the head, and they just stayed in my head. Okay, bro. Chill out. Calm down. Yo, chill. Okay, well that was a little rough. Poor John Halo. Try and get there quicker. This will be the winning cap. What's peak performance? I forgot what that was. There we go. Wow, they swept over. Trying to do that? Do you think you compete against cheaters here, or most of the time? Not really. I might run against a cheater one in every like couple hundred games. To be honest. So I was pretty low there. I didn't do very well. Yeah. Here, let me accept. Well, let me commend some people. You stayed in. You look cool. Up and it doesn't let me. You mean your artifact buffs if they affect your score? The wearing new stuff. The new seasonal gear. There you go. You've been accepted. I'm already still in it. Yeah, I am. Like, I wonder if using new weapons and armor matters or not. And if it does matter, I wonder the extent of how much it matters. Because I want to use the sniper, but I also am fully aware of the fact that, you know, the sniper is not the most, I don't want to say effective, but it's like, it's not a new item, so it might not, like, be as good for that. If that makes sense. So let me look at this guy. Wait, you're literally the same. Okay, I'll delete you. This one's kind of new, actually. Oh, you know what? I could take that hood and chuck it in somewhere. Definitely should. Chuck that hood in my vault. Chuck the one on my Titan in my vault. I don't think I grabbed one on my Hunter. Yeah, I didn't. Alright. Oh, whoops. Well, it is what it is. So here, let me... Boom. Boom. Yes, it does? Okay. Yeah, so I'll keep using new weapons and stuff then. This is a decent one. This one's kind of meh. It's also kind of meh, but it could be used as infusion fuel. Might even be my highest in that slot. I'm not 100% sure. Another mint. This one's very, very nice. Extremely nice, actually. I have another mint that is bait and switch instead, but I think that elemental honing or chain reaction is better. More power outcome of your character, yeah. Yeah, I just I wasn't sure how much it affected the score, because I know it, like, yeah, that's a thing that I'm aware of, but I don't know the extent of a lot of that stuff. Oh, this is tier 4. I'm good. I'm trying to be really particular about what gear I have now and what gear I collect, now that almost everything I'm getting is tier 5. I feel like I might as well like only use this one, for example, because it's going to increase my grenade in exchange for health, so I could use this for PvE and just increase grenade, decrease health, and then boom, now the robes that I was originally using for PvP don't matter nearly as much. Yeah. So now I have like much better robes for example, where is it? A build like, god damn it, I don't know where. Yeah. Got a bunch of stuff. All right.
Show your enemy this place belongs to you now. Take the zone.
See that, gamers? Okay. It's gonna be super easy to just immediately take some points. So I want to try my best to take at least one, even if it means I freeze or die. Oh, there's another guy up there. Alright, it's fine. I want to immediately run to, let's go, neutralize and cap. Cool. I'm gonna take special and immediately run to A, because they're gonna want to push B, which is gonna make me want to push A and basically just swap points with them. Okay. Rough. Alright. They did start taking B though. Oh, and we're taking B now. Okay. Ooh. What's going on here? I think I still push A. Even though it takes a little bit longer to get there, I think I still push A.
Enemy has advantage.
Hello? What just happened? Okay, sure, I'll take it. Okay, point neutralized. Okay. That was a little wild. Okay, let's try and take point B. I want to try and cap as many of these as possible. Why are you pushing me, bro? Oh my gosh. I got pushed all the way into the doorway. Oh, jeez. I'm not going to be able to get on the... Yeah, I can't negate it, but I can cap it. Alright, not negate, but neutralize. Okay, cool. Well, I can still have. Oh. I am a fool. This guy is everywhere. No, sorry, maybe too late. You don't need new gear. Bungie changed things. What do you mean? It doesn't affect your score? Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I could throw on the sniper then. For a couple of these games. Depends. Okay, I'll just take it. Let me try and get to... Okay, so they took B. Oh my gosh. They're in the spawn. I guess I'll go to A then. That's probably what's gonna happen here, right? Yeah. Need to neutralize this. I should probably be rocking some kind of Icarus setup, but I like this build too much. Oh, that's so rough. Okay. Are they playing together? Because that was really coordinated, it felt like. Maybe just paying attention, too. Yeah, cool. Oh, I didn't have any ammo. I'm a fool. Stupid delay. Yeah, even the Twitch has a few seconds delay, so. Just that the one from YouTube is for some reason like crazy long. Okay. Alright. We might not win this, which would not be great for the score, but I'll still try. I'm getting a lot of like defeats and stuff, but not a whole lot of you know, proper, what's it called? Jeez. That's rough. Spawning inside of their spawn is very not nice. I thought it meant that they had left, but clearly they hadn't. Okay.
Enemy has advanced.
Okay.
Enemy almost won.
Oh. I was sitting there just waiting. People leaving during this kind of stuff is always difficult. I shouldn't say difficult, it's more like it's like not even annoying, it's just I don't understand why you're doing it. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you give up the second that there's any kind of resistance for your score, then you're not really doing a whole lot, are you? To actually try and win. I'll let him take it. No? Okay. Okay, well. We be getting shotgun. Okay, dude. Chill out a second. Okay, later, dude. See you, Michael. Have a grand old time. Peak performance. All right.
You eat monsters for breakfast. You can win a
Not
battle.
entirely sure to what extent that was score-wise. Probably nothing crazy. So I had 22 defeated opponents, 9 captures, 9 objective final blows, 6 neutralizes. That's not great, but it's not horrible either. So, we'll take it. GG. GG's indeed. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try some gameplay with a distant pole. The sniper. This one is not great. Let me see what's up here. Wait, this one's got hip fire grip on it. Why? I guess Envious Assassin. Yeah, I don't think that's a good setup. I think there's a lot better. That one's good. What about you? You have... Nope, no impact casing. And you're low light. What? Raise low power. Last discipline bond. I know what to do with this guy. And... Chess piece. Yeah, little messages every so often. I like to not police, but like generally just take a look at like the. I try to. It's interesting because it's like I pay attention to my comment sections, but not in the sense of like, oh, let's make sure there's a lot of people commenting or anything like that. But I try to read most, if not all, of the comments just to make sure that people aren't like being like horrible to each other, basically. And then if someone is being horrible, I just delete them and then ban them. that's my general stance.
Control. The zones are yours if you fight for them, Guardian. Zone A captured.
All right.
Enemy claims zone.
Oh, that's a little rough. That's fine. Ooh. 3 billion people. Okay.
Zone B.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. 3 kills right off the rip. That's fine. Okay. I'm also getting a ton of super here, by the way. Ooh. 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 That was really funny, not gonna lie. Oh damn, one of them left? That's rough. Okay. 4 dudes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people are leaving immediately when they realize they're like not in like a, you know, an immediate winning spot. Did another one leave? Or did someone rejoin and then another person left? Ooh, so he got first shot off. So that was a losing engagement for me, period. Even though we both had 120s. Okay, cool. Is that the same dude? Quick. Very speedy guy. Okay.
Enemy claims zone C. Power. Enemy has the zones. You captured zone A. You're falling behind.
I don't know how that just happened, but fair enough. One of my teammates walked right past the guy. saw you, bro. Idiot. Oh, he just straight up ran up to me. Wow, okay. I wouldn't have expected that kind of a play, not gonna lie. Some people are unpredictable. Alright, fair enough. Okay. Okay, cool. Now someone on our team left. I wonder if it's an individual score thing, or if they feel like they themselves are not getting like a crazy individual score, they just leave. Because I don't think servers are having issues, at least not for me. And usually I get hit with server issues almost immediately. My internet is not good. It just isn't. That's rough. Okay, hit me off spawn. They know what's up. If I know what's up, I mean that. Ooh! Alright. Paladin Stormblast. That's such a familiar name. That sounds like a reference to something that I know. But I'm not sure. And not necessarily Stormblessed, but at least the name Kaladin. Yeah, cool. Not gonna deal with that one. Okay. Yeah, get absolutely dunked on, bro. Here. Ready for one of these? No fucking shot, bro. That was terrible. I'm so bad. Oh my gosh. Oof. Okay. Okay. They just became fodder. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Nope. You did not see that. You didn't see any of that. You saw nothing. Alright? That's not how that works. It's not how that works. You didn't see anything, alright? No one saw anything. That was so bad. I did that terribly. Alright. Let's go. Another point. Please let me neutralize. Thank you. Lovely. We love to see it. I hope you enjoyed that one, huh? Rip. They 1 for 1. Or no, 2 for 1. With heavy. I don't know why people do that, by the way. It's like, I don't know, they get heavy and then they're like, oh yeah, it's like having a super, and then they'll just run at the enemy. When they could just very easily not do that and probably get way more value with it. I'll die to someone else. I hope that guy enjoys the spectral. I love doing that because it gets done to me, and it's like, alright, perfect. Whew. Okay, that's fine. I got through. I didn't expect to spawn on 3 baddies, but it's fine. Okay, if there's enemies on this point, then I can transcend. If there's not, so I'm just going to go and grab it with Rift. I don't see anyone there. Okay. I just had 2 supers and a shotgunning hunter all condense onto me. What is this? Holy. Insane. Insane, unhinged behavior. Okay, insta-vexed. No, they're oh, so close to capping too. I should just not pushed. Or not like peeked until I capped. I don't think it'll matter. Okay, well that's just rough. I don't think it'll matter. Because I don't think I have the necessary, what do you call it? Points or anything to like do this. Yeah. I try to get my score as high as possible regardless of the game situation.
This war is for territory. One that you can
Ooh, pretty nice. Master of Arms Heal Clip, or Master of Arms Envious, or Master of Arms Discord. Master of Arms Discord. Oh, never mind. That doesn't do what it used to. Or wait, no. It didn't. It's always done that, I think. Maybe. Unless I'm gaslighting myself. Alrighty. Well, back to the funny orbit stuff. Lovely. All right. Oh wow, that game wasn't a max new high score? Crazy. Something though, if new gear doesn't matter, I could do something kind of cheesy. Right, I could. Realistically, right? I could hop on my hunter. Just for example. Is this anything crazy? No, it's not. Well, it's from the yeah, but I have a kinetic. Let me see what kinetic SMGs I have. Is kinetic and is a submachine gun. Okay, well, for one, I literally have a better version of the same exact weapon on my character. Is it because of the shiny skin? No, this doesn't even have the shiny skin. What? I don't know why I still have that. This actually, Apostle's Decline does seem kind of fun to roll with. I was using Division for lore tab stuff earlier, by the way. Yeah, so Outbreak. Then there's a Mida. shotgun that I had. And then, okay, so here's the deal, right? There's a lot of things I could do here. How good is Mida multi-tool right now? Because I might do some real memey gameplay right now. Just something, not necessarily, well, no, it'd probably be kind of unhinged for me to do that. Yeah. Even if it's not intentionally me trying to be unhinged, it might just come off that way. Heel clip and burning ambition, and heel clip and adagio just generally seems like a good setup, no? I mean, that's basically the same thing as whatever this was trying to run, so might as well just use it. Fourth times, and thank you for the YouTube subscription, gamer. Welcome. Welcome on in. All right, so something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna whip out my Mida multi-tool. My music working? It is now. All right, where's my Mida? Do I not? What? Am I having a brain fart? I 100% had Mida. Was I playing Destiny 1? And I somehow, like, I don't know, overlapped that memory with Destiny 2? I am a Mida multi-tool enjoyer. At least I was at one point. Maybe it was a different game. The seams between my alternate realities are, you know, they're bleeding through a little bit. It's a little bit rough out here. Okay. First. Oop. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of ill. I like this one though. This guy's cool. On the sense in gold. How's the Iron Banner stuff look on it? Okay, not bad, not bad. I want something nice like, ooh, like this is really good. That's a new shader too. Solid slate. Well, correction. It's a shader I previously did not have access to because I didn't spend money on it. Oh, wait. That's not funny. Oh. Okay, well. Perhaps this is, something to keep in mind. I'm a gamer who is not, of the... maybe sometimes I use an item that has 10 power, and I just don't realize it for however long. That's insane that I don't already have this. It's so easy for me to come and grab, too. Is there anything else in here that I don't have? No. 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 I have everything else. I even have all of... Oh, well, I don't have all of it, but... I mean, I might as well just start grabbing stuff, huh? What is all this? PS5 helmets. Some weapon ornaments. Well, I know what to do whenever I'm maxed out on Glimmer, at least. I don't want a tier 1 charge of light. How many of these can I get? I'm really trying to have all of them, I guess. But yeah, that's crazy. And of course, that means I don't have a catalyst. Ew, I don't like that. I really don't like that, actually. Weird. So I have the ornament that I like the most already. Cool. Fine by me. So Midas Synergy. Okay, cool. So Temporal Adapter. And then let me just take something. Oh, this looks so good. Oh my gosh. Masonry on this gun looks super nice. How does Solid Slate look on it? Oh, not great. Okay, well, fair enough. Cam Mall. Oh, that looks really good too, though. But it moves, so it might be distracting to me. But I really like how Masonry looks on it. So let's chuck a Crucible Tracker on you too. Now, Barrel Shroud increases stability and handling. I think handling is just generally going to be good. So my idea here is I'm either going to use Threat Detector and use this gun defensively, or I'm going to use Lone Wolf and use it offensively and try and push a lot. And maybe get some cheeky little kills with my Invis kind of deal. Ads starting. There we go. Alright. Oh, I'm a fool. Reaper. Wait, no, not Reaper. Reaper. And this guy. Then this guy. I want more suppression grenades. Okay, so we're going Oops All Kinetic. And we mix in with a little bit of that arc. So arc dexterity, for example. Increase that stuff. Arc handling. Sorry, arc targeting. And we don't really need arc unflinching or anything. We might want some kinetic ammo generation though. Or wait. I don't know what that would necessarily mean. I'll keep it kinetic, why not? Okay. Then I can swap to Outbreak or DMT. All of it with the Mida macro tool. Just because it seems fun. Alright. There we go. Now I don't ever have to worry about that again. Alright, gamers. Zone control time. I heard Invis Hunter was super crazy and strong. Normally I don't play Void Hunter, really. But because of that, I have been playing it recently, so. Well, I say I have been playing it. The only time I've been playing it in PvP have been on stream, so. But normally I play Prismatic or like Strand, just because they're fun and goofy. I think I did like a solar one with throwing knives. It's not saved here right now. But yeah. So that's another big one. For this debut thing, by the way, it might be slightly shorter, just because we vibe. It depends. I know I have a lot of stuff I've got to work on later, so we'll see how things go. Some individuals who are what do you call it? They are lurking. They might understand what I'm probably gonna do as soon as it ends. I know I had a video go up yesterday that's like it's lore based basically, and it talks about 6, which if you don't have any Edge of Fate spoilers or anything like that, like, you know, if you've not played any of that and you don't want any spoilers for potential story stuff related to it, don't watch that video. But that's what the topic of the video is basically. Jingle jangle.
Control.
Oh, that's a sick looking headpiece on that Titan behind me.
I know you can fight, but can you hold territory? You captured Zone A. Enemy claims Zone C.
Ooh.
Enemy claims Zone C. Enemy has advanced.
It's been a minute since I've used a proper scout like this. I need to take a second to like actually get familiarized with it again. Ooh, okay. Not the gun for that, not the gun for that. I gotta get way closer. Or maybe I need to scope head. That might be there. Because I know scouts are strong right now, and I know that this is a good combo for this specific scout rifle. But just because something is strong does not mean I'm going to be good with it. It's been a long while since I've used a Mida. And I usually don't use these frames of scout rifles. I like the heavier hitting ones, usually. The ones that like fire slower. Ah, rough. Another Mida enjoyer. Should I be going up here with y'all? Yeah, I should. I should definitely be going up here with y'all. Okay, I accidentally got a kill. Unfortunate. Well, I accidentally stole a kill was what was unfortunate, but... Oh. I got some credit for the other guy though, which is cool. Oh cool, I just wanted to see. Okay. So if I want to try my best. Oh, rough. Is the Mida macro tool good on its own? Is a question. Ooh, its handling is really, really nice though. Like, I've almost got quick draw. It's not quite as fast as quick draw, but it feels really, really nice. Okay, wait. I'm just trying to take that time. I'm just save with a shotgun. That's kind of funny, but fair enough. Okay. Let's go. Redeemed. Kind of. I didn't realize that was an enemy. I thought that was a teammate because he wasn't shooting at me. Very funny. Love to see it. Just got him. Ooh, nice. Aisha's is really good too, but it'll force me to use a kinetic exotic special weapon. Which, there's good ones, but right now I'm wanting to use a shotgun, and the only shotgun there is Chaperone, which I don't want to use before it gets nerfed. I mean, it's not going to be very fun to use in PvP after it gets nerfed, but I don't want to get used to it again, and then it gets, like, shredded. Am I an idiot? I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Go. Excuse me? I don't understand that one, but alright, fair enough. Might be a hipfire problem for me. I keep forgetting to scope in. How quick is the scope? Yeah, the scope is really fast. I should do it. I should be doing that more. Tag that one. Cool. I love getting kill credit for something that I did almost nothing for. Please let me neutralize. Nope, but it lets me cap. Okay, that's fine. Well, not it lets me cap, but like I got there fast enough to cap. Okay. Then we want to immediately go back to C. I'm not gonna get there in time. Actually, I might have, but fine. Where is he? Get absolutely dunked on, bro. Absolutely dunked on. I love suppressor grenades. Get very curious about these things. Being able to have the radar out while using this is great. It's gonna spoil me. It's like when I used Ace. It spoiled me too. just like the quality of life from some of the like seemingly minor effects on those weapons, it gets you used to it, and it like not necessarily becomes a crutch, but you know, when you stop using it, you feel it. You're like, oh, I missed that. Whew. Oh, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll just... Never mind! I'll get super, is what'll happen. Here we go. I'm on the top of our team. Sick. Let's see how I did. It's an A+ score, and it shows as almost 12,000 before it adds the extra stuff. Storing achievement. Really? Still not better. Okay. Let's look at... Okay, well, I literally did better, though. What? I did way better than the run that I got the so-called 13,060 on. That's crazy. I wonder why that's, not counting like that. That's odd. Because I 100% did better that game than that one, that other one. And I'm using all like even though I don't have to, I'm still using all of the good stuff. You know what I mean? What is this other option? Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'll just infuse it into this one. This one's got flare mag and alloy and the either fluted or polygonal, so for stability or handling. Cool. That's bait. I love that emote. That's so good. I'm glad I have that now. Wild though. I guess maybe not a lot of kills, but it also counts assists. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. That's crazy. I had a lot of ability kills. Abilities are crazy right now because I did not do well aiming that game. But I did, like, I mechanically or like statistically did very well that game. It just did not count for much, I guess. It's not going to be easier to get this, because... So I need to be faster, for one. But I also need, like, I'm just way closer with Crucible. To be frank, like, I'm much closer with Crucible to being in the top 1%. And if I do that, I just instantly get the emblem, basically. Oh, I'm one off. Huh. Complete event rank tracks. Okay, that's fine. It's easy enough. Special ammo weapons and primary ammo weapons. Cool. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Well, it is what it is. That's fine. That happens. Sometimes you do just waste stuff at complete random. I'll not grab you yet. Alright, there we go. Alright, so just checking off my OBS stuff. Yeah, we're vibing. I think I'll do another game with Mida. Maybe I'll swap on my new Deadman's Tale. Though, to be honest, the OG Deadman's might be better for this because there's so many supers happening. Because I have this OG Deadman's Tale role that has claimed the lives of a little over 1,000 players. Almost 2,000, I guess. And this might seem like a lot on its own, but I regret to tell you that it is nowhere close to the true number. Just by virtue of the fact that, unfortunately, that is like the third or fourth of its iteration. That one was just the best roll, so I deleted the earlier ones that had, I think, might have even had more kills on them. So, definitely something. That was really funny. We both took each other out with the same weapon. Same weapon, we both had the same like reaction to finding the other. Okay. Grubmeister. That's rough. That's a real rough name. Sorry. Well, I guess you chose your own name, so it's like, I'm not sorry, but that name is rough. I guess maybe sorry because I'm telling you it's rough. I don't know. I don't know why you said sorry. But that name is rough. Ooh. Aisha. I need to remember to jump around corners a little bit, too. Like, I know it's a strat, I just don't perform it. That's rough. I think it might be a situation where, let me try this. I want to see if it just feels better. Because, so Mida, the macro tool seems to buff mini tool rather than macro tool itself being buffed. So I think it should be fine. Dang, that's rough. Guy coming out with a glaive behind me and then everyone else shooting at me in the front. I didn't want to go down to the glaive, so. Okay. Oof. Rough. Dominus. There's so many of them everywhere. They're just destroying my whole team. And my teammates are just constantly DCing. Oh. Wait. If I had better aim, that would have been a possible defeat. That's fine. Alright. Okay, I died off one. That's fine. Hate this game with a passion. I didn't realize his name. That's really funny. That's a great name. Especially for someone playing this game, because so many people hate this game with a passion, and then they play it anyway. That's, yep, that's like 50% of the active players right now. Okay. What even just happened to me? It's like I got blown up by fire and then annihilated by Nisha's Embrace. I just want to capture this. I don't really care what happens after. Okay. Cool. I need to remember. Aim. And it's after aiming after swapping. Oh, okay. That super looks so cool. I know a lot of people complain because like Titans have like, you know, pretty basic stuff. Like most, or it's not even basic. It's just most of it's based around melee. In the same way that most hunter stuff is based around ranged weapons of some kind, like throwing knives or whatever, right? But like it looks really cool. And to be honest, it's very, very strong most of the time. ACD feedback fence, love to see it. My own fault for attacking him. That was rough. Okay. Got him. I wanted to wait for the last second so I would get as close as possible. I survived that. Huh. That's rough. Okay, and I didn't survive that. Cool. Why are we not taking point? I just blew myself up like a fool. Like a fool. I tried to throw it a little bit above and it just didn't work out. So, like this sometimes. Die. Alright. Miniature Pharaoh. Okay, well that one's really bad, so I will just put you into Slayer's Hang. Why not? More Last Discipline. More of whatever that is. Disaster Core. Alright, cool. What is dragging me down? Oh, it's this guy. Fair enough. What did they say bruh for? What happened to you? Okay, well. Hopefully, everybody's enjoying themselves, both on the YouTubes and the Twitches. I appreciate all who are lurking and all who are chatting. If you have any questions or if you want to hop in with me, let me know. So, Demon's Tail is bad. I want to try. Let me try a little bit of Outbreak, actually. For those who are not super hardcore like Destiny gamers and stuff, or you know, for those who are not Destiny gamers, period, as well. This is Outbreak Perfected. It's basically a weapon that fires little nanobots that have the they basically, the nanobots want to destroy everything that isn't their owner, for lack of a better term. It's called SIBA. It's one of the most well-liked, I don't want to say, like, I guess, like, a plot device would be the word, but, more like, it's like a neutral force. It's a type of weaponry that our enemies have used and that we have used. And players really like the theme of it all. And so they really like weapons associated with it. This is one of them. Okay. Okay, guys, waiting. Neutralize. I got taken out by a gamer in a similar situation. GG. Fair enough. I think I might have lagged on that kill cam a little bit because he was not in my line of sight. Or rather, it didn't look like I was in his line of sight. But I also don't think it's a cheater, so it's probably just lag. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's lag. It's because I'm looking at it a couple seconds after, so what he's doing is he's sniping and then immediately ducking behind cover. And so by the time I'm getting the kill cam, he's already gone. Like, just because that's how it works. Deal with that, sorry. I don't know why that didn't count, but fair enough. Well, I guess I do know, probably lag. But I'd rather not attribute it to that. I just messed that up last time. I meant to aim, but instead I used my sword. Okay, so if there's a bunch of them on C, I'm going to be. Okay, cool. Maybe I was in a predictable position. I'm not sure. Okay, I love that. Alright. We got this, we got this, we got this. Yeah, we're good. I'm not about to mess with that. Oh, Transcendence moment. There's some gamer stuff going on. Balling. Alright. Oh, well. That was crazy. I don't know if that was like... Oh. I don't know if that was him getting messed up or me getting messed up. Because, like, that shotgun register was late, to say the least. I think it registered the shotgun hit after it registered the fact that I hit him with a melee. Okay. Sounds like you're there, but could be wrong. Dang. Fair enough. I think we can try and pull this back, but we have to cap now. We need to start capping. Need to take points, not just get kills. Need to take a lot of points. At least 3 for every one. Okay, cool. This guy's actually insane with the sniper. Makes me want to put the sniper back on. Like, with how crazy he is. I can't wait to play a support Omni Oculus later. Yeah, I'm so glad I got that. Okay. Can you not push me out? Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know why he didn't just walk around. Like, I ducked around a corner for a reason. Can you shoot him? He's running up to melee him. From 5,000 miles away. I need... I love Nova bombing. Maybe I should have jumped off the map and then made it go with me, because then it would have exploded before it got to anyone else, probably. Oof, rough. Nice shots. Nice shots. Okay. Relatively close game, but I think they win this. I think they win this literally right now. Yeah, they do. My general performance was not bad, but I don't think it's enough for the top 1%. I think I'm in like top 2, top 3% right now. Because I'm at the top of the top 10%, basically. But below the extent that would put me in the top 1% by like 100, by like 500 points, 600 points ish. Let me commend some of these gamers. They did well. Chuck a few random ones out there, because they all did well and I can't see any of them. So okay, where is there? It is portal vent. Any increase? Nope. All right. As far as I'm aware, the best way is to just absolutely try my best to slay out. I could try another, it's called, oh, you know what? Something else I'll do. This is kind of rough, because it's like, no, I'll use it another day. Twitch keeps telling me about this, like, thing to make gift subs and stuff cheaper. Like a discount and stuff. So, we're vibing. Alright. So let's swap over to my Warlock real quick, and I've got a version of that build that I want to try. So, this build is very particular in that it requires me to use some kind of a stasis weapon in both slots. So I use Graviton Spike and Practicus. I would love to use Trakinus, but frankly, the perks on it are terrible for PvP, so I just don't. Burden of Guilt is also nice, but it's a fusion, and I want something that lets me be more aggressive. So, a shotgun is nice. Deadlock would also be good if I had a better roll of it. But I think the only rolls I had on Deadlock were pretty bad, and so I deleted them. Just straight up. I don't remember if there's a way I can still farm it out or not. Let me see if I can get it at Shack's real quick. Why not? I can visit the postmaster too. Welcome for the subscription, Vancy. Welcome on in. Oh, my stuff is working now. What? Why is this working? Okay, well, here's my outfits. Lamau? Okay. So I've got something more like comfy-like and something more business-like. How odd. Everyone said their postmaster. Oh, well, that's probably why. That's garbage. I'm just gonna do this. Look at it. This too. And this. Alright. This one's actually fine. But there's some stuff I prefer to have on it that it doesn't have, so pretty sure I've got a better one. Which a nice little gear for some upgrades. Nice. Alrighty. Let's do another one of these gamers. And then I'll probably pick out someone to raid. Had a good old time showing you all stuff off. Or I could end stream off with showing you guys again. That'd be probably a good idea now that that's fixed. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll do another one with this build setup. Let's see how this goes. And then I want to show you guys again the stuff. So, for those who have not seen this build before, by the way, because I know some regular viewers have seen it, but anyone who hasn't, or who just doesn't, like, retain it, which is fine. This is basically a build that lets me get my ultimate really, really fast. In this game, you get your ultimate based on typically a little bit every time you get a kill, and then whenever a teammate gets an ultimate, they'll drop an item that you can pick up that gives you yours faster, right? So, what this build does is it has me use an exotic, which is like a unique item you can carry one at a time, that gives me extra super energy, extra ultimate, whenever I get a final blow with a weapon that matches my ultimate's damage type. Normally, you can only have one of these in a slot, but I have another exotic that can swap to stasis. So I have 2 stasis weapons that both feed extra energy into my super. Most people get their super once per match, especially this one because this is a really long cooldown. But by combining this build with having around 100 super stat, which makes it the lowest cooldown it can possibly be, I can get it 2, maybe even 3 times if I do really well. In this game mode, probably 2, but in like normal control, where it's more based on how many kills people get, if I'm doing really well in a lobby, I could get 3 pretty easily. It also makes it in most competitive game modes where getting your super first matters a lot. I will usually get it first, and I might even be the only person in the entire match to get my super in shorter games. So it's very significant, genuinely, this build. I combine that with another aspect to this exotic that causes my melee hits to deal like a damage over time effect. And then a high stat for my melee that makes it so that when I hit enemies with my melee, they get, hit with that. So when they get hit with that, they, it's a win. Oh, I just realized I'm going to have to re-record a bunch of stuff, won't I? I guess I could flip a thing. Yeah, I could flip stuff and then just cover it.
Control.
Alright. Let's see how we rock here.
I know you can fight, but can you hold territory? Enemy claims zone A. Zone C.
They claim that instantly. Are they going straight for C or are they going for B? They're going for B. We can pretty much go straight in here.
Enemy claims zone B.
We take A while they're doing that. And then they're going to go to C, and then we're going to go to B. And that's pretty much what this game's going to be. I'm pretty sure. It's pretty common. Until someone decides to try and stop and either succeeds or fails, basically.
Enemy claims zone C.
Okay, well that was a little rough on your end, but it's fine.
You have zone advantage.
Once again, a little rough, but it's fine. We're getting all that. Let's go see. Oh, got taken out. Okay, well, they'll get taken by that. There you go. This also, with this build, if I land a straight melee hit on someone, they should be just low enough that a body shot with this hand cannon weapon is a one tap. So it like unless they're built to be really tanky. I got accidentally collateraled there. My teammate was right next to me and they got killed, and because of the exotic that person's using, it caused an explosion that killed me. Okay, another one. So that's 3. I'd love to get a 4. Lovely. Just hit 1. Rough. So, for context, I have my super. The game has just started, essentially. And I already have a super. Just because I've been getting a lot of kills with my stasis weapons. Most people will not have supers right now. I'm the only one with super. Oh wait. Ooh, rough. So I'm getting plenty of defeats here, but I need points. I need to cap points. Ooh. Nice. They used that melee really well. Okay. I think this might be a C gaming. Probably nothing to do with me, that's why I didn't get any credit. And you ended up touching the guy. Okay, I got another kill. More super. Please. Definitely take that cap. I'm down to push C as well. Or sorry, B. These guys. Alright.
Zone C lost. Enemy claimed Zone C. You captured Zone B.
There we go.
Advantage yours. 5 minutes left. Keep it up.
Rough. This is very unfortunate. And then they pop their super. They're gonna try and turn this around using supers. We have to try and keep them from doing that as much as we can.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
Making the game longer isn't a bad idea. Like letting the game be longer. I don't think it's intentional that the game is lasting longer.
Enemy claimed Zone A.
Maybe it is. I have no idea. It's not intentional on my end. I'm just trying to. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to get points. And cap stuff. I'm gonna go straight to B because I know that there's like 4 of them coming from A. So that means there's gonna be way less people over here. There's not nearly enough people to defend from multiple people pushing B. And if they all push A, because it looks like they're actively fighting over at A. Okay, so we took B successfully. Now they're trying to take B.
Enemy claimed zone B.
Go and take that heavy? Or no? What's up? I'm saying just take it. Oh, ACDP back fence. People are running that a lot right now. Makes sense.
3 minutes. You're winning. Stay strong.
It's strong because there's so many people using melees, especially in these game modes. Okay. I should have popped my super. I should have gone behind that pillar and popped my super. That would have been an easy 2 to 3.
Enemy claimed zone B.
Fuck. That's my bad. That was rough. It takes a long time to eat through that stuff unless you're using, I think, a kinetic weapon on them. Okay, cool. Alright, sick. Oh, well, it is what it is. They won't get a point from me, but I still died. That's rough. Alright. Let's go, gamers. That's so bad. I'm so bad. This went from a very, very assured win, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if it's me or my team. It could just be collective. We could all just have suddenly started to suck. Okay. Yeah, like, I think we lose here no matter what. I'd love if someone were to sit on the point with me, though. That would be great. Thank you. I think that might be part of it, is maybe there was just a switch in wanting to sit on the point versus not. Because originally the team was all together sitting on points. What was my personal score? I don't know if the score matters as much, win to loss type deal. So I got 28 kills. So I did definitely worse than I did in the Hunter game earlier today. Just gonna put that out there. Alright. Gamers. Let's see what our call to arms progress is. Nothing. Alright. Well, let's, oh wait, I gotta pull out of this because I got to address all of you. So, once again, if you like the model, Can this game... Actually, I've got a way better idea. Change character? Gameplay? Change character. There we go. Alright. Actually, I could probably just exit the desktop. Cool. So... What's up, guys? So here's my... Oh. Wait. Let's do something. Yeah, it must just be whenever certain things are... So whenever I'm in certain stuff, I can't switch it, and then when I'm in other stuff, I can. So, like, let's see if I swap to this. Click in... this one. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Doesn't quite work the same way. Alright, either way. Hello, gamers. So this is me. I'm Styx. I am now looking at you very closely. Hi. How are you? So, my general thought process here. And Twitch hits you with ads. I love this. Great. Top tier. Alrighty. I'll wait for the ads to finish. Here, look at my office real quick. And then look at me disappear from my office real quick. Where am I? There I am. Look at me disappear from my office real quick. And then... better. There we go. And... I have undisappeared, and here I am in my other outfit, which is... Okay, now it's working. Interesting. Alright. That's odd, but it's there, it's fine. So, here I am. This is my outfit. You want a proper look at me, or a look at the outfit? Where am I? There I am. There it is. It's just a simple black hoodie. For this, I got my hair tied back. And then I am looking at you guys. And then I can swap at any time. Back to the office. And wear my appropriate attire. But yeah, alright gamers. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out for whatever the amount of time was. I'll re-say that. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. This is, you know, we got office, we got coffee outfit, we're all vibing. And I'll continue using this model for the time being, but you know, thank you guys. All right, now it is time for me to do as I do. And to raid Little Miss Berry. And here we go.